song stuck in my head. Let's get it started. Mm-hmm. Let's get it started. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 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 yeah. I feel like I need flashing lights. What's up? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's always a party over here. I'm having a great time. Okay. This is part 2, everybody. Okay, welcome back to the channel and my live stream where we continue the conversation. My phone had died, so please give me a little bit of grace here. I did say I was going to go for 2 hours, though. So it's going to be an hour and a half because my phone died. But anyway, that's okay. We already did the first hour. So we will end the live stream around 10 o'clock. Running. It's Daisy. We'll see how popular this second one is. Because, like, you know, it may not be very popular. So you never know. Never know with these live streams, you know? Just radio silence. Oh no. I don't think people were expecting me to go another hour. That's what the issue is. Because I didn't mention it throughout my life. See, this is how you live and you learn, guys. This is how you realize what you do wrong and then you come back from it. You see, because you got to keep people up to date with what you're doing. Although I did end it saying I'll be back in about 20 minutes. You know, a lot can happen in 20 minutes. I bet you my enemy's on here twerking on some video. My unknown enemy, unbeknownst to me. See how my brain works, all these different scenarios. That's great, I tell you. Hi, how's it going? Where's everybody from? Why am I on my meals? Why not? What's the meaning behind your name, No More Meals? Asia. That's where you're from? Oh, okay. What part of Asia? Nice. Me too. Where you live in the sea? Are you like a merman? It's a pretty deadly sea there. Anywho's, we're continuing the conversation. So I think we left off at, actually, don't. That's good. I like Asia, actually. I think I'd prefer to live in Asia than Canada. You know, hello. I don't want a nice guy. I want an honest guy. I want a guy who is transparent. That's not always the nicest feeling. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nice. I want real. I'd take real over nice any day. Maybe like real aware. Yeah. No, not yet. No, not married yet. You know what though? That's okay. You know, I actually I am complicated. Relationships are complicated. People are complicated all in themselves, but like it's more so complicated when someone tries to make their autonomy your autonomy and like make you conform to what they think you should be rather than what you are. And that's just a lot of life right now in the world. Uh, so I'd much rather be the voice of reason than be the voice of attack, if that makes any sense for the world. I do look like I have 2, 3 children. Well, that's crazy because I have 0 children. I have no children. But if that's what I look like, then I am in Canada. Alberta. I have 2 cats. Those could be my children. So like that's enough for me. I mean, they pretty much take care of themselves, but I am far from nice. I am I'm kind. I'm not nice. And most people would say I'm rude, but I would like to combat that with I'm assertive. So, Ireland. Whoop whoop. Wait, I thought you just said you're Asia. Wait, is Ireland in Asia? Dude, don't ask me about geography. I am not the person. I don't know where anything is. Like, if you give me a map, I just know that I'm here. And when I decide to go somewhere else, that's where I'll be. My name is Julia Prude-Homie, and I have a channel in regards to healing internal conflicts within self to stop being triggered by the external world. Thank you. Well, can you explain what that? I don't have my other phone with me, so I can't Google it. What is this, Xander? Can you explain what that? Is that like a religion or like a group of like a? Hmm. I am nice up until I'm not. Okay, can you explain a little bit more, please? The one real German. The one real. Yes, you found me. Here I am. Okay, I need my laptop here. Let me see what this is. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. Here we go. Let's look up some things here. We need information. Power. Go on. I feed the world and am a real superhero. Okay, cool. I support that. We're just kind of getting into conversation about things. There was one question here which I need to get more information on before I can answer it. So what the hell just happened? Oh, my battery's low. Okay. Running through the sky, little Einstein. We're just talking, just having conversation right now, just getting into topics and questions. So it's just a conversation about literally everything and anything. My channel, on the other hand, is about internal conflict resolution, and that is pretty much about everything and anything as well, because it relates to everything in life. So. Does that answer your question? Oop, continue, thank you. Okay. So internal conflict, what do you define as internal conflict? For me personally, internal conflict is contradiction that is left undefined. Give me 2 seconds, I can definitely do that. Okay, so exactly. So a battle between good and evil, we are both. We are capable of both. That being said, what defines good and what defines bad? That is going to depend on variables. So like I said in my like I said about 20 minutes ago in my other live, if you're going to get punched in the face, should you punch a person back? That's going to it really depends. Did you cheat on that person to get punched in the face, or did you just randomly punch someone in the face? So in the instance you cheated on the person, your partner that you're with, yes, you should get punched in the face. In the instance you just punch somebody, do they have to hit you back? Not necessarily. You could just walk away, right? So these are variables that define good and evil and what is okay and not okay. But both contexts have to do with punching somebody back in the face, right? Right. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, like, come on now. I mean, I personally wouldn't punch someone in the face if they cheated on me because me leaving would be a punch in the face as is. But and, yeah, it really depends on how you want to look on it. Look at it, right? Right here. I can't do this right now. Multitasking sucks. Now, here we are. First question here. Dun, 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 dun. Depends on the context. Doesn't really matter how much it's gonna hurt. I mean, like, I don't know. I've learned to fight with my mind a little bit differently. So, I mean, I'm a woman. I've had to learn how to punch somebody right where it hurts without physically punching them, right? So, there we go. Okay, so that's not right now, is it? No, okay, there it is. What the hell is that? Tab, thank you. Oh, are you connected to my phone? I sure hope so. Seems like it. That shit takes some. What do you say about that? Okay, 2 seconds, everybody. I really hope this doesn't mess with my stream. I'm not prepared. 2 seconds. back down. Okay, so I am in Canada. I usually go live every Friday. Today it is on Saturday. I had a little bit of unexpected things happening yesterday, so I wasn't able to. So. Everything else is just self-constructed. Okay, so yeah, okay, so I mean, like, that's pack mentality. The rejection of all religions and moral principles is the belief that life is meaningless. Okay, so back to the first question here. How do you even say this word? Let's find out. Nihilism. Okay, so nihilism. Okay, so is nihilism a internal conflict? Nihilism is the rejection of all internal conflict, which means it is the epitome of avoidance, which means that you are too scared to face yourself and define yourself in any way, so you reject it altogether, which means that nothingness is where you remain because you're scared. Okay, that's my opinion. That it should be an internal conflict, but only if you feel like it should be. I mean, if you're happy being where you are, all the power to you. I hand it to you. You can stay there. However, at the same time, that's a very hollow life, very empty, and has like, you probably wake up every single day and feel like you're spinning out of control a little bit, and then you have to do something to avoid it. Get your mind off that feeling of what am I doing with my life? But I mean, if you're comfortable there, hey, that's a different type of power. And I command you, that takes a different kind of strength. So you're good. I mean, yeah. So, like, to define something, you have to be willing to face contradiction, right? And then you have to go based off how you feel to see which one you prefer. It doesn't mean that one is wrong. It just means you have a preference of what you in your body feels correct. That's all. Okay, next question. Let's go back up here. There was another. Stop, please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, anyway, moving on. Okay, so another thing that just came to my mind is you avoid being uncomfortable with both, whatever you're facing in contradiction, being equally true and having to choose one. So you're uncomfortable with choosing a preference. That's what it is. Okay. So I was asked about, hold on here, where is it? Can you define? There's two things, but I don't know what those two things are. So I have to go and look it up. Can you give a brief review of the totem of taboo and okay, one second here. Nihilism. I have to figure out what this is. Okay, so review of totem and taboo. There we go. Different chat. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna hit you with a shoe or something. Stop it, little cat. Why am I so okay? There we go. Okay, totem and taboo. Bye. Come on. Word. Freud? Hey, listen, little cat. Enough. I love you very much, but can you please stop? I know. What's the brief rundown? Okay, so tell me if this is correct here. So this is what ChatGPT said, and then I'll give you my little review of it, okay?
Totem and Taboo, 1913. Sigmund Freud's attempt to connect psychoanalysis, the study of the individual mind, with anthropology, the study of early human society. It's one of his more speculative works, but it's historically influential because it tried to explain how culture, morality, and religion might have developed out of primal psychological drive. The essence boiled down. Totemism. Early human groups, according to Freud, were organized around totems, animals or natural symbols representing a clan. The totem was both sacred and forbidden. Members couldn't kill or eat their totem animal except in ritual, and they couldn't have sexual relations within the clan. That's the taboo part. Taboo? Freud connects taboos to the Oedipus complex, the unconscious desire to kill the father and possess the mother. He suggests that the rules forbidding incest and murder evolved as ways to control these primal impulses. The primal horde theory. Freud borrows an idea from Darwin that early humans lived under a dominant male father who monopolized the female. The sons, full of resentment, eventually banded together, killed him, and ate him, symbolically or literally. Afterward, guilt set in, and they created the first social laws: no killing the father figure, no incest. This act of murder and remorse supposedly became the root of moral order, religion, and civilization. Religion and guilt. The totem became a stand-in for the slain father. Rituals of worship and sacrifice symbolized both guilt and reconciliation. Freud saw this as the origin of religion, humans trying to make peace with their internalized guilt. So in short, Totem and Taboo is Freud's mythic story of how human society began when our ancestors killed the father, felt guilty, and built religion and morality to manage that guilt. Part psychology, part anthropology, and part creation myth. More metaphor than science, but a fascinating piece of early cultural theory. If you want, I can sketch how modern anthropology later
So totem and taboo.
Freud's ideas, because that's an interesting intellectual tug of war.
So obviously the fathers, okay, so if fathers were getting killed, okay, so whoever created that law had to get a band of people together to agree with it instead of facing why they were being killed. So to me, again, that's a sense of avoidance, and instead of facing themselves, that is a control tactic to avoid accountability in a way. If anything, if we maybe address the father in ways that were not so violent and so barbaric and focused on the root cause of why the sons would want to take out the father in the first place. So to me, that's like a power dynamic shift. Like, okay, so back in the day when hustling, when you get to a certain position, you get high up enough, and you retire, you pass your phone down to your next in line, right? Okay, so let's say you don't do that quick enough and then you get taken out or something, right? Out of greed. So this, I understand where it's coming from. It's to stop. Wait 1 second here. Let's read that one more time. So in short, Taboo Freud's story is how human society began. Our answer: kill the father, morality, and built religion and morality to manage the guilt. They needed something that would be bigger to put fear into people, because people. Okay, so can I ask you one thing? We used to, in hustle culture, say, without a sense of respect, there is no sense of, Wait, sorry, without a sense of fear, there's no sense of respect. It's the same thing. Okay, so even with fear, if someone fears you, they'll act like they respect you, but as soon as you're not looking, they're going to take you out. Same thing as what's already happening. So taking out the father, okay, the son's it's the same thing. It doesn't change anything. So if you have a sense of respect that is actually a built sense of respect based off of honor, it takes, because when you walk in that room, you know who has your back all the way through and through, right? You want to, with integrity, with wanting what's best for people. So I think religion is, yes, a way to escape their guilt, but it doesn't solve the issue at hand of murder and all these other things. I hope that answers your question. That's funny, optimistic and okay. It's literal definition of society. Something to avoid. It's like sharing your personal space with strangers. Oh, thank you. I have not. No, I was just listening to what it was. That's all. Like I wasn't trying to like I was actually just understanding the question that you were asking me. So yeah. Sorry. I don't think Sweet Home Alabama is by Donald Trump, is it? I don't know if he stuck around to hear my answer, but I do hope he comes back and listens to it. So hello. I'm good. Thank you. How are you? I might. Come on now. Come on now. Hey, get it. New Jersey, what's up? I am in Canada, chilling in the cold weather, literally chilling. Funny. Yes, it does get pretty cold there. It's a different kind of cold than here. So the humidity there, it's a bone cold, as in where here it's more just a surface skin cold. It's not so deep in the bones. Do not speak that language. Is it French? No French. Packing darts and breaking hearts in Alberta. It's funny. I pretty much stick to myself, so no hearts are being broken. I can't. I know, right? Unbelievable. Like, how dare I? It's a disgrace to call myself a Canadian, right? I guess lucky enough for me and sadly for you, I never asked to be Canadian, so I mean, like, I'm completely okay with that. I just am who I am, okay? I didn't really like school too much, so yeah. French definitely was not one of the things I was sticking around to learn. I like your name. It's good name there. I'm 27. I know, almost 30. Like, hola. Time flies. Yeah, word I am. I'm 27 years old. I was born in 1998. Well, my mom conceived me from my dad, but you can't tell each other that because they might fight about it. Just kidding. My mom's dead. They can't. I believe that school is a way to make you conform to society. So it takes away your creativity and makes you follow. Like they don't even teach life skills; they teach you about history. Like I'm sorry, and then want to know what they teach you about history. Let's say you belong to a certain minority of people, okay, and they teach you everything that we did wrong to you, and then they give you no emotional skills of how to handle it to see how the world has changed and is no longer that way. So they associate the world with history. Meanwhile, everyone else is just living their lives in the present moment and evolved. And they're over here hating. And we're just like, what's up? Well, since you hate me, I'm going to hate you too. You know what I mean? Because everyone wants to hate each other these days. You know, they're just looking for a reason to fight. And yeah. You know what? I know how to do electrical. I installed electrical locks, the magnetic ones myself at my last place, watching YouTube videos. And I did it successfully. That's good, truly. And honestly, I don't want to invest a bunch of money into school without knowing what direction I'm going in. So if I would have went to school back when I was, like 18, who I was at 18, whoa, I am totally nowhere. I am not even on the same bandwagon as where I was when I was 18. Yes, 100%. So I have different investments already and stocks, crypto, and then also what is like they're like little clusters of stocks that you can buy. I forget the name. Anyway, I have a few different things going on. At 18, I was what was I doing at 18? Oh yeah, my mom just died. Okay, so my mom just died. I was with a 34-year-old who didn't pay any rent. I paid all the bills. Lived in my house, and yeah, that's what's strange. So by the time I was 19, though, okay, everything changed. So like, I mean, I never planned on being a hustler, as in like in the underworld. It just kind of happened, right? So I'm not going to explain what hustling means. It just is what it is. No, it's dead. Okay, hold on. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? Can you hear me now? Is it good? So, like hustling, like I can't really elaborate on that. Like those who know in a way is what I want to say. But I mean, okay, so if I left home at 13 and I said I went to the street, does that help you put the points together? Like I never planned on being a hustler, it just kind of happened. You know, and then so in 2016 I was 18, that's where it started, and then by 2019 my boyfriend got murdered. Right? So that's when I changed my life, because I realized that the things that I thought were honorable, respectable, and what good business was were actually the things that would get you taken out. So I had to accept the fact that what I put so much time and effort into was not at all what I thought it was, and I had to let that identity of myself burn. So I had to completely stop it, and it took me until 2019 I stopped. And then I didn't actually start working again until 2021. And then I didn't find my purpose until just last year, so 2024. Honestly, like even if you did judge me, it wouldn't bug me truly, because I have healed from I call myself out because nobody else does. So I had to learn to do that so I could evolve. And I get sick of my own shit a lot faster than anybody else does. So, you know what I'm saying? Gotta set a standard, you gotta stick to it. That's life. If you don't expect more of yourself, then you can't expect more of others. I am. Honestly, I prefer to be independent for certain reasons, because I don't like being controlled, right? So what I mean by I'm already trustworthy, my integrity is probably to a level that you've never seen before. That's all I have, my word, right? So I prefer to be independent because people aren't ready for that. They don't know how to handle that. And that being said, anyone I've met anyway, really, yeah. It just makes things too complicated, and I prefer not to overcomplicate my life. Not at this point, anyway. Oh shoot, okay, my phone's gonna die. I will see you guys next Friday, and love you all. See you.